As we all know, OSRS's version of the Korasi sword came out a couple days ago with the Wilderness Boss rework update, except it's got a few changes. The Voidwaker now only requires 50% special attack, which is a massive change for such a small number decrease, or combo it with any other weapon that requires 50% or less special attack. In the pre-EOC days, Korasi was my favorite weapon of all time. In my opinion, it was honestly the best. I used to think of it as a rebuild weapon because it only cost a few hundred K to purchase after completing the quest, so anytime I'd get cleaned or lose all my money staking, I would always start my rebuild using this as my main weapon, and it quickly became my favorite. Here's some clips from 2011, 12 years ago now, and this thing is still insane. Today, we're going to be trying it out in the wilderness in 2023 and see how it holds up. Also, on this video, we're going to be giving away one Korasi sword, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on this video, comment down below with your favorite kill, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're just about to hit 60k subs, so get that done, and let's just jump right into the slaughterhouse. I've done about 550 damage to this guy, but he's only half TB'd, which means the timer has ran out and he's now immune to being TB'd again. I gotta stall for about another 30 seconds, and if I can land another TB on him, we should be able to secure this kill. That felt like way more work than it should have been for a Mystic set, but the loot was actually pretty good. We got 16 mil. I didn't expect all that. He had a light bearer ring for some reason, even though he was only risking Mystic. This guy here followed me into the Callisto cave, which is something I see a lot of PKers doing, especially if they're in lower risk. The Callisto boss will hit you even if you're in combat, which makes it a lot easier to lock down kills. You can just get lucky RNG from the PVM boss alone, and that there is enough to sometimes land you a kill. So we just got to keep our HP high and hope for the best. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Callisto bit him for a 32, and then we ended up Korasi specking at the exact same time, and we got another 17 mil. Thank you, Callisto. I found this guy PVMing with an Elysian Spirit Shield. He was obviously not Scald, but that there's a pretty decent tactic because it's going to soak up a lot of damage from the boss, which means that he's going to have an even easier time tanking while still simultaneously doing damage to me. However, maybe we can Korasi this because he's camping pre-melee and get lucky and maybe even get some decent loot. Unlike the Veteon or Venenatus room, you have to camp pre-melee inside Callisto, otherwise you're just going to take way too much damage, and this leaves people wide open for a Korasi spec. We got another 2 mil from this guy, and that's actually pretty good for killing a PVMer. We're out in the big boy risk. We got the Missouri, the Ancestral, the Korasi, so we're going to be doing tons of damage with any combat style, and we might even be able to lock down a smite. Or maybe we'll just kill them way too quickly. I think he forgot to protect item. We ended up getting the Berserker ring, but he still had prayers, so unless he was risking it, I'm not really sure what happened. That double spec is ridiculously broken, especially only being a 4-tick weapon. We got 1.2 mil, nothing too crazy, but just seeing that DPS is absolutely insane. He got obliterated with over 100 damage in just 2 seconds. I guess we're fighting this guy over at the Green Hill. He's also got a Korasi and a pretty similar setup, so we're going to be using the same tactics to try and get a kill on each other. We committed to the fight and ended up working out in our favor. Big 46 bolt for the KO. I was TB'd with only a brew and a half left. We could have easily died if RNG was in his favor, but we locked down the kill and got a nice little bag in return. I sold him all of his gear back, and then he asked me to do a rematch in Deep Wilderness, but this time using Ancients. I haven't had the opportunity to use the Korasi with Ancients yet because so many people are PKing in the Wilderness bosses. They're all in low level Wilderness, and of course you have to be on regular spells if you want to TB or lock down any kills, because otherwise people just teleport away. So this time we're doing Deep Wild fights on Ancients, and this year is going to be really fun. That was a nasty AGS fakie into the bolt. We got 80 mil from that kill, and to be honest, the Korasi isn't that great on full Carols because obviously Carols has high magic defense, but we can still land some pretty nice combos, and he wanted to go again, so we're going to re-gear, sell his stuff back, and send it for a second time. Now that was an utterly disgusting combo. I hit him with a high bolt on his protect from magic, and then I knew that if I wanted to Korasi him, he would have to be praying something other than mage. So I switched to the AGS really quick to make him pray melee, switched back to the Korasi, and then spec'd and got the finishing KO, which hit a 60. Another 80 mil in the bag, and that there was probably one of the nastiest kills in this video. Gotta watch Supreme Melee when you're inside the Callisto Cave. He tried to get a freeze. I'm not really too sure why, but another 2.2 mil. One thing I've been running into a lot while PKing in any of the new Wilderness boss dungeons is a ton of anti-PKers and even some people like this guy, which are fake anti-PKers. They're just walking around intentionally not sculling and not even really going for the boss, just waiting for PKers to hit them so that they don't have to risk 4 good items. This guy here was one of those people. I knew exactly what he was doing, but he was still in some decent risk, so I decided to go for it anyway. It would have been so nice if I hit just one number lower. It would have popped his redemption and potentially gotten one of his extra items. We still got about 2.3 mil, but another +1 on top of that would have been really nice as well. Nice little double refreeze there to lock down the kill with Callisto's help, and we ended up getting 2 mil from this guy. He had a ton of ether, way more than he needed to risk, and he also had a ring. I think that's a tyrannical ring. I'm pretty sure Callisto drops this ring, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, I don't really remember, but either way, I think this guy either got it as a drop or for some reason he was risking it, but it's mine now. Not sure what this guy was doing. If he played mage or melee, he would have been protected from that death, but he ended up having an archer ring on him for some reason. Maybe he didn't protect it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm collecting rings over here like I'm the top jeweler. Okay, this guy here looks like he's in some pretty solid risk. He's in a void set, which means at minimum, this has to be parchmented, because if he dies with this void set above level 20, he does lose it. Obviously, he can make it below level 20, but even if he dies inside the cave, which is most likely where people do die, you're not going to be able to get that void back without doing PC. So he has to have that parchmented. And then he also has a bunch of barrows items on him, a bulwark, the crossbow, potential anti-PK gear. This here should be a big kill even unskulled. And I was absolutely right. It was a big kill indeed. We only got 1 mil for the void parchments, which I'm pretty sure is a little bit too low. So I don't think he even protected his void, but we also got an archer ring. We got some barrows pieces, an ancient staff, brimstone boots, overall nearly 7 mil from a PVMer. This wilderness update is popping. We got another guy trying to fight inside the Callisto lair. And to be honest, this is actually a really good fight for him. He's only risking a certain amount, like much less than I am. However, the boss can basically one hit either of us at any point if we make even one mistake. So if I was him, I'd be taking this fight too. There we go. The Callisto assist comes in clutch once again, and that's what I'm talking about. PKing inside the Callisto lair itself is really dangerous. I'm at about 1.5 bill risk, nearly 100 times what this guy was risking, and that there could have very easily happened to me. So fighting in here in this type of risk is pretty stupid, but I do it for the content. It took a little while, but I finally figured out what these guys were doing. A bunch of the people that were trying to fight me inside the Callisto lair were all stream snipers. They were seeing that I was streaming this on Twitch, fighting other people inside the cave, realizing how easy it is to get killed by the land, the traps, and even the bear. So they were trying to get a chance to kill me for all this risk. I mean, like I said, 1.5 bill risk. Come in here, give it a shot. Even if you lose, it's only 10 to 20 mil. And once again, guys, if you're enjoying this content, you should check my stream out at twitch.tv/abyss. Link is down below in the description. And who knows, maybe you can be the next person to fight me in the Callisto lair. Get lucky and get rich. All right, that was a hella easy kill. These guys are all like bowling pins. Line them up and knock them down. Another 15 mil TYVM. Pretty much all these guys are expecting me to use a Korasi at this point, so let's switch it up, kick it a bit old school, and see if this guy sees it coming. He didn't. The real best weapon in this video is the D-Long. Yup, another 2.4 mil. And I just realized my inventory was full, so I accidentally left a loot key on the ground. With just a few seconds to spare, I made it back in time, looted the key that I left on the floor, and cashed it in for another 1.5 mil. I don't know what's in the wilderness water, but a lot of the people I've been killing are risking between 1 and 2 mil minimum. Not sure if it's because it's a new update, if it's because it's single way combat, or maybe it's because the cave is in low level wilderness, but either way, I like it. I realized I spent a lot of time in this video PKing at Callisto, and I wanted to try a couple of the other wilderness boss locations. Currently, Vedion is off limits because there's a glitch where people can spam the room and the AoE damage will one hit you. This happened to me and a bunch of other live streamers. I actually made a video on it a couple days ago. I'll put the link down below in the description if you want to go and check that out. But I can still go to Vedenatis, so we're going to go check that out and see if we can find anybody up there. Big fire surge, 42 into the 60 Korasi, and boom, this kid's done. He's out of the game. He's not even playing RuneScape anymore. This guy's on Valorant, League of Legends, Fortnite. I don't know, but he's not on RuneScape anymore, that's for sure. 7 mil loot. All right. Yo, 1.6 mil loot? This place is popping. I might have to come up here more often. How did I even get this guy's AGS? He wasn't even smited. He either had 2+1s or he forgot to protect the item. Either way, I'm cool with it. Something I've learned about PKing in Venenatis is that even though it doesn't do as much damage as Callisto, the chance of getting smited here is much, much higher. Venenatis will spam out a couple little baby spiders. These here will drain your prayer and run. On top of that, he can also use these webs that mass hit you for 3s and also drain your stats. This here is going to make it extremely difficult for a lot of people, especially if they're in combat with another player, to keep their prayer up and their run, because not only does your run drain, but it makes it really hard to escape those webs when you have to walk and you're getting frozen and the boss is hitting you. It could all be a massive recipe for disaster. No pun intended. Smited? Ooh! I might get something there. He got smited. All right, another B ring. All right. Yo, this spindle might be the move. 4 mil? From now on, I'm literally waiting for the webs and the baby spiders to spawn before using my specs. This way, I have a way better chance of getting a smite on every single person that I go for. And on top of that, even if they manage to make it out, they're going to be really low prayer, they're going to be really low run energy, and this here is going to make it even easier to lock down the kill. Once again, we locked down another Berserker ring and another successful smite. And that is it for the video today, guys. I tried my best to show only the best PVMer loots, but honestly, I had way more. I could make a part 2 if you guys enjoyed this, but for now, just please leave a like on this video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Like I said in the beginning, we're really close to 60K, and I'm hoping that we can hit that soon. Also, guys, I live stream all this PKing on Twitch every single day, so please make sure to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/abyss. Links for everything is going to be down below in description. Also, please make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. Every single day, I do giveaways in my Discord, so if you guys want a chance at getting some free money, just be active in there. Check the Discord. Every time I stream, I'm always posting in there as well, and of course, it gives me a really good opportunity to meet you guys. And that's it for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one.